West Rogers Park. We're about to do some abdominal work. Let's see how it goes, shall we? Hi, Nina.
Hello.
Lift your knees. So we just do this to soften the abdomen first. Okay. So we're going to come to the side, and usually, and again, this is an energetic approach from Eastern medicine that they come to the person's right side. Okay. So we're going to feel for the sternum, and just distal, also called xiphoid process. So we're just immediately below. So this is where the ribs meet, xiphoid process distal. So it's just easy hand. So you take a nice inhale, and the exhale, you sink down only as far as their breath allows. And then the next inhale, your hand comes up. The next inhale, up, and then fingers sink down on the exhale. So on the inhale, your hand comes up and moves to the next spot. Exhale, sink down. So here's the rib, so you want to sink down and under a little bit. That's where the diaphragm gets stuck. So up and down. In some spots you'll go in further. But you're paying attention to the physical structure of the body and their breath. And pretty soon you're going to come to the inferior angle of the ribs, where the ribs run out, right? So then this structure, you use the side of your hand. So on the inhale, you turn your hand this way, and you're above the ASIS, and you sink in to get that side.
So it's not like awkward transition.
Pardon me?
So it's not like an awkward transition.
Exactly, and you have this whole surface area to come in like this. So you do one right above the ASIS, and then the next breath you come in a little closer. And then the next one, here's her navel. You use that heel of your hand to sink down in that space just below the navel and right above the pubic ramus. And you can do this a couple times. Inhale brings the hand up. Exhale brings the hand down. And how we use this side this way, this side, as next inhale, you just use the heel of your hand and press this way.
It's so fluid.
And then move it a little closer. I'll wait for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then here's the inferior angle of our ribs on this side. So the next inhale and exhale. And again, down and under the ribs. That's where the fascial binding of the diaphragm. Next inhale. You sink in on the exhale. So it's their breath, pushing my hand up on the inhale and moving it to the next spot, and then exhale, pressure down. So I worked in this clockwise manner, and I'm going to come right to where I started, just immediately distal of the xiphoid process. And then this next thing is I'm going to come up, and I'm going to come in like this, straight up. Inhale, bless you, down, and bless you. So,
It's tender.
okay, so inhale again, and exhale. So this is unfortunately called a knifing technique.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you can call it whatever you like, but that's what it's traditionally called. So, meaning that you sink in on the exhale and then up. So it engages the tissue up. So with the next inhale, you sink down and then up. And then you bring that all the way back to where you started, just immediately distal. Inhale. And exhale. So here's the xiphoid process, and we're going to end by coming right up, right into the center of the sternum. And you're going to work all the way up to the manubrium, the head of the sternum. So you're going to work right on the bony structure of the sternum, right on the flat portion. And if you feel on yourselves about halfway between the manubrium and the xiphoid process, in the center, you feel there's a little indentation. Feel that if you can. You should feel like this little indentation. This is where the heart chakra point is. This is very good for opening up stagnation in the chest. So, you feel that? Okay?
The heart, you said?
Yeah, the heart chakra point. So traditionally, like when you're working and you feel that point, you feel it on yourself first, Nina.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to feel.
Yeah, that's why I want you to
but
do it.
It's like right here.
Okay, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing that you can do here is they do this.
Tapping?
Yes, because that helps dissipate stagnation. Okay. Also, it reminds me when I was a kid, I was raised Catholic, so they have this thing where they're going like that. See, it's like